if I'd got one sort of coming past me, I would try a bit of... Bloody hell. How you doing? A couple of days ago, we decided to walk the dog from home, only took a different direction, a direction that I don't normally walk. And I suppose I get stuck into doing the same route all the time. So I went the other way down the river, and to cut a long story short, we came across a couple of fields that used to have sheep in them all the time, but it looks like there's been no sheep in there for a while, and they look like they've been abandoned. And I said to Mel as we walked past, these look really good for barn owls. So anyway, we walked down the side of the field, down the side of the river, and then we came up another path on the opposite side of the fields on the way back, and it was getting towards 5 o'clock, 5:30. And I said, well, let's wait here a minute. So we did, and lo and behold, a barn owl appeared. Now this hardly ever happens, so we watched it for a couple of minutes, and if you saw my video last week, you'll know that I was up on the moors and missed an opportunity. I really went up there and wanted to not only get pictures and video of the deer, I wanted to get some sound recorded as well. And when I got up there, the sounds were absolutely fantastic when it was still dark. And I left it thinking I'd got time to get into position and completely missed out. The sound just died away. So on that theme this week, when I saw this barn owl, I decided, well, I'm not going to miss out this time. So the following day, I came back up to the field and managed to find an old fence post. I think it's probably one that's come down in the floods down the river and just been deposited on the side of the field. And I've planted that in, knocked it in with a big rock. And today, really, I'm just coming down. It's about 4 o'clock now. Just coming down, I'm going to set up and see if that barn owl will come back. And I'm hoping it will. As I say, the field just looks too good not for it to be a regular hunting place. So anyway, I'm hoping it does. Not far off from the field now. The good thing about it is it's a walk from my house. Now it is about 1.5 miles to get there, but with it being on my doorstep, if it's a good place for barn owls, it means, you know, I've got a site really close to home that I can just continue to visit. So we'll see what happens. As always, I'll remain hopeful, and hopefully that barn owl will turn back up. But I'll catch you down at the field. Right, I'm nearly down to the field now. On the subject of owls though, what's your favourite owl and why? Stick it in the comments below. I have to say my favourite is the short-eared owl. I know a lot of people in the UK favour the barn owl, and I can understand why, but for me it comes a close second. First time I saw a short-eared owl quartering a field, I was amazed at the size of the wingspan. And when you get a close-up shot of one with those distinct yellow eyes, you can just imagine what it must be like to be a mouse or a vole having that staring down on you as it drops. Must be pretty frightening. And I just love it. I don't know, that's the only reason I can explain why, but I also think it's because I had such a lot of problems photographing them for such a long time. I never seem to be able to get the images. So yeah, put in the comments below, what's your favourite owl and why? And we'll see if it is the barn owl. As you can see, this is probably not the best idea of a hide, but it just serves a purpose for me at the minute. As I say, I've seen this barn owl once in this field, so the ideal thing would be to be in some sort of chair hide. and just watching this post that I've put in now. As I say, there's a reason behind why I've not that well. There's a couple of reasons. One is my chair hide is currently my permanent buzzard hide, and although it's functional to sit in, if I try and fold it up, I think it will completely disassemble itself. So I need to get a new chair hide. So that's the reason I'm not using one. Well, one of the reasons. But to be honest, I don't think today that I would use a chair hide. I just simply don't know enough about the habits of this barn owl. So I've seen it once in here. So really I need to be able to watch the whole area and see what it's doing, where it's going, where it likes to go best, where it likes to perch. That then means that if I come back, I can narrow it down to a certain area, and yeah, maybe sit in a chair hide. But what I find with any sort of hide is that it restricts your view in so many ways that, you know, you find that you can't, things can be going on down the side of you and you don't know. So for the minute, what I'm using is this Tragopan. It's just like a very, very lightweight sheet with a hole in it to put the lens through, and you can do multiple things with it. You can use it like I am, just to cover the tripod up and to provide a little bit of cover, which, as I say, again, is what I want at the minute, because I want to be able to look sort of slightly over the top and through it. This is actually quite see-through, so you can see through it to see what's happening in the whole 180-degree area in front of me, if you like. So anyway, that's the reason for this setup. As I say, in future, if I come down here, which I'm hoping if this barn owl turns up and it becomes a regular sight, it can be one of my regular areas to come to throughout the autumn and winter and spring. So maybe even the summer as well, if they're breeding anywhere close, which I would imagine they will be. So yeah, that's the reason for the setup. And now it's 4:15. I think we saw it about 5:30, so I've got a little bit of a wait. What I'm hoping is that the sun doesn't go down behind any cloud or anything. I'm in the shade on this side, so the sun's going down behind me. So a lot of this field will be in shade, but as long as the sun stays up, we'll have some brightness across the field, and it'll mean that you know, I'm not shooting at ridiculously high ISOs. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a minute. It really is just a waiting game now. I'm keeping my eye out across the river. I think we might have some roe deer right over the other side of the field, but they are coming towards me. Let's see if I can get some film. They're right down the side of the hedge though. Take a few shots first. Yeah, they're walking towards me. Oh, something spooked him, I think. I think that might be me. Where I'm set up, the wind now coming from behind me, they're down there. I think they just got a little whiff of me and they've scattered off in that direction. It was nice to see though, a nice start to the late afternoon, evening. Let's just hope that that barn owl's as accommodating. You probably can't tell on here, but the sun is getting quite low now. We've got a lovely golden light on parts of the field. The sun keeps disappearing, so I think we've got a bit of cloud over in the west as well. Oh, I think we've got a barn owl. He's right over near the Trent banking, just on the edge of the field. It's about as far away as he can be. Just wish he could come this way a bit. I'm hopeful that he will, because the post we saw him on is right in that hedge over there last time, so... Oh, he's up again. Oh, it looks like he might have something. It looks like he might have something. He's coming round. He's still a way away, but... Yeah, he's gone onto that fence post again. God, that's an awkward fence post. It's about as prickly in there as I am just here, I think. It literally has got... That does look pretty awkward. Come and use my post. It's much more in open. Yeah, he's definitely caught something. What a magnificent bird. Well, if that's as close as it gets tonight, that's going to be fine by me. He's on that fence post now. He's eating something. I haven't got a really good view. It's pretty windy as well, which isn't helping me either. He seems to be quite relaxed over there, so I think the netting I've got up is enough, just to keep me under cover. And brilliant. Hopefully he's going to come up here a bit further. He should be there for a while now. Now he's caught something. He's definitely eating something. As this barn owl seems to be very, very settled on this post. One little tip for you, if you're ever photographing barn owls, and you want to get their attention, if you do they'll often, if they won't come, sometimes they'll even come towards you, but even if they won't come towards you, they will occasionally look towards you just to say you get that front on shot. So yeah, I mean, he's obviously he's too far away for that now, but if I'd got one sort of coming past me, I would try a bit of... Bloody hell. You're not going to believe this. I've got another barn owl and I've got 3 barn owls in this field. That's incredible. I can't believe... Oh. I better finish what... I can't believe that. As I was doing the squeaking noise, just to show you, I had 2 shoot over the top of the hedge, and so on the other side of this hedge there's a walkway, so you get people walking the dogs up and down. It's the way I got in. It's like a bridle way, so it can be quite busy. And then you've got fields over the other side. Now the fields over the other side have got sheep in them, and either sheep in or they are sort of cultivated grass. And I can't believe that. The only thing I can think, I know a little bit further over there is a barn owl box. So they obviously must get them, or in the past they've had them, and obviously they've got them again now. That was incredible. I was just trying to... Obviously one came straight over to check it out. It must have been sort of flying down the path or something, or on the opposite field. And then 2 shot over. They've got one's perched, I think, just in the tree round the corner. I might see if I can get a shot of that in a minute. And there's one quartering the field way over there. And then I've still got the barn owl sat on the post over here. How fantastic is that? I mean, I'd hoped for 1 barn owl, but to get 3. Happy days. I can't explain how fantastic that is when that happens. And so often you go out and nothing happens, even though you've worked out everything in your head what you think should happen, and you've given yourself every opportunity for it to happen, and then the wildlife just doesn't turn up. To have 3 barn owls and they're still flying around me now, I'm starting to lose the light. But I'm going to try a few more shots, I think, and hopefully I've got some reasonable shots. Anyway, they have been hunting quite a way away, so they've not come as close as I wanted them to. They've obviously not used that post I've put in because it's only been there 5 minutes. But as I say, now I know they're here. Hopefully they're going to stay around, and that's somewhere I can go back to over the autumn and winter. Actually, I've got another owl coming towards me. I've got the camera in an awkward place. You'll just have to excuse me a minute. Oh, hang on. This isn't a barn owl. This is not a barn owl. It's still at some distance. I think I've got a short-eared owl. I don't believe it. So let me change my settings on my camera because I've got that set up for barn owls. I don't really want to underexpose it. So you're gonna have to excuse me putting my hand in front of the camera. I haven't got time to take it off. Oh, it's coming a bit closer. Oh yes, you beauty, you beauty. Oh, what a stunning bird. What a stunning bird. Oh, great. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. And I was talking about short-eared owls earlier. Incredible. Come on, light, hold up, light. Please, please, hold up. Oh, I'm at a high ISO now. I hope I've got some of these shots. I've had to take it down to 1/500th of a second. It's quartering across again. Oh, shit. Right, I'm going to call it a day for the video today now, chaps. It's just a little bit too dark even to film. I've still got at least 2 barn owls and the short-eared owls still around. What I would say is, you know, how often do you do this? How often do you have a hunch, you use your knowledge that you've got that over years, and you think, yeah, this is a good place for a barn owl. I've seen it there once. It's going to be there next time. You turn up the next 3, 4, 5 times, and it's not there. To have it come back, and it did come from over the river where it came from last time. It's perched on the same post it was perched on last time, but then to have 2 others join it, I mean, that is just incredible. It's a long time since I've had so much fun. When you get to a stage where you don't know where to point the camera because you've got so many subjects around you in the field, it's just incredible. And then to top it off, to have a short-eared owl turn up, which I never expected at all. I'm just so happy. I'm going to stay here until it gets dark, basically, till I can't see them. I'm going to pack the gear away and just stand here and watch them as long as I can, just to make the most of this experience. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I hope you've enjoyed coming along on this video with me. If you have, please think about subscribing to the channel. And as always, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help. And yeah, I'll see you next time for another one. Hopefully, it can be as good as this. See ya.